What's up, Big Brother Canada fans? Welcome to episode 2 of season 5, brought to you by Morty's TV. Head on over to mortystv.com for live feed updates. So we found out in the first episode that Cindy and Karen won the HOH, and they decided that Karen should be the first HOH of the season. Jackie asks Karen who she is most afraid of, and she basically named all the vets, but specifically Ika, Neda, Bruno, and Kevin. She's also worried about the new boys, mainly Dimitri and Dylan. Now we see Cindy, Ika, and Cassandra in the bathroom, and they are just talking about Karen's thoughts and about who she will nominate. Cindy believes Karen is on the vets' side, and that she will try to convince Karen to put up 2 newbies. Kevin walks in and Cindy says that the vets need to stick together, and Kevin is down for the plan. Gary and William are talking about the cute guys in the house. William thinks Kevin is cute. Gary tells us that he's open to play with anyone, and he wants to let the newbies know that he's a free agent and isn't loyal to the vets. After seeing Karen's HOH room, Cindy starts to work her magic. She talks to Karen about who the target should be. Karen wants someone from the muscles and someone from the brains, so Karen calls out Mark and Neda. Cindy, of course, doesn't want Neda to be nominated, so Cindy says don't worry about Neda, she will be loyal to us. Karen seems pretty chill about that and says okay, let's go after the muscle. Which 2 newbies with muscles should we go after? That just seemed way too easy. We get to see the bridge in action for the first time. Karen's top 4 picks are Kevin, Mark, Dylan, and Dimitri. Her reason for Mark was that she could see him getting in a showmance and getting far, and that's not gonna happen on her watch. It's time for the nomination ceremony, and Karen has nominated Dimitri and Mark. We see Dimitri and Mark talking about Karen's decision, and of course they both think it's a dumb move. Dimitri thinks it should have been Bruno and Dylan, as they were the first to fall in the HOH competition. Now we see Cindy, Bruno, and Kevin talking in one of the rooms. Bruno can't believe Cindy convinced Karen to put up 2 newbies. They start talking about an alliance name for the 3 of them, and it kind of landed on Menage a Trois, but wasn't confirmed. Bruno kicks it, and then Cindy tells Kevin that he is on Karen's radar. Kevin gets a bit worried that this could be a backdoor plan. It's time to pick the veto players. The 6 house guests playing will be Bruno, Kevin, and Ika, along with Karen, Dimitri, and Mark. Dre approaches Karen and asks her if Cindy is persuading her. Karen says no, of course, and that she's just trying to get all the info from them and being buddy-buddy so that she can go after them when the time is right. Karen plays up the fact that Mark or Dimitri will win the PoV and then possibly put up a vet, but she didn't really say that a vet would go up for sure. It's time for Me Want Veto. That's the name of the first veto competition of the season. Basically, each house guest has a boulder attached to their leg, and they need to go through an obstacle. At the end of the obstacle, there's tiles with emojis on it. They need to match it up to the tiles on the other end of the obstacle, so they gotta go back and forth. If they find 2 boulder emojis, they can unlock the boulder off their ankle. When they match up the 16 tiles, they have to solve the phrase. Bruno was the first to get the boulder off his ankle, followed by Dimitri and Mark. Ika doesn't care about the competition. She knows she doesn't need to win, and she also doesn't want to get her hair extensions all messed up. Bruno is the first to work out the phrase, but Mark and Dimitri are right behind him. But Bruno was just too smart for the other 2, and he has won the first power of veto. The ceremony goes down, and to no surprise, Bruno has decided not to use the power of veto. It's time for Mark and Dimitri to put in some work now. First up is Mark, but not really. Kevin and Bruno are in the hot tub and they have a quick chat about hockey, and then Mark leaves. Kevin and Bruno want to keep Mark, and they think they have Cindy, Neda, Ika, Dylan, and Emily. Neda joins the conversation, and she said she wants to keep Mark because he's cute. Now we see Cassandra and Dimitri talking. Cassandra needs Dimitri to stay as she thinks he can be the one to win comps and save her. Cassandra says that Dimitri needs to make Dylan the target. She said to start some drama with him so then people think, oh, Dimitri isn't going to come after us, he's going to go after Dylan. Dimitri and Dylan are playing pool, and Dimitri just fires shots at him. Dylan takes it pretty well as Dimitri continues to talk, but at the end, Dylan walks away and he says,
"What is my dick?"
Now we see Cindy, Gary, and Cassandra talking about who to keep, and Cindy says that only Gary and Cassandra want Dimitri to stay. Gary is fed up that they are being left out in the dark, so he asks Aika who she is voting out, and Aika says she hasn't said anything. So she's pissed at Cindy. She calls Cindy over and asks Cindy if she ever told her who she was voting out, and Cindy said no. So Aika rudely puts her hand in Cindy's face and repeats the same phrase over and over and over again, just like she always does, and then she walks out of the room. You can see Cassandra ready to burst out laughing. Now Gary and Cassandra go visit Karen to talk about all this drama, and Karen is like, what the hell? This is why you guys didn't win. Damn, mic drop. Karen continues to swear, and now I kind of feel like she's just trying way too hard to be with the cool kids. Anyway, it's time for the eviction. By a vote of 7-6, Mark has been evicted. Unreal. Neda and Cindy changed their vote to vote out Mark. Why? What happened? Anyway, it's time for the first shockwave of the season. Who did Canada vote to keep safe until jury? So, before we get to that, there's a couple rules. This person can still vote, be a have-not, win comps, they just can't be nominated. So, who did Canada pick? They picked Neda. Interesting. Arissa tells us that the live feeds are officially up, and that ends episode 2. Usually, everyone always says, oh, the first week is supposed to be the easiest, and then it never happened. Make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed episode 2, and until next time, I'm Chris, and I'm out.